Good morning, students. I am Dr. Alok Agrawal, and I welcome you all on the second lecture of our subject Internal Combustion Engine, that is ME 501. The topic of today's class will be Introduction to IC Engine. In last class, we have studied, we have know various things related to the subject. What are the course outcomes? What are the scheme, subject, mark distribution, syllabus, important books, and all. In this subject, we will start with our subject Introduction to IC Engine. Okay, so this is our lecture 2, and these are the core content of this today's lecture that completely study what is engine, will know what is heat engine, and what are the various classification of heat engine. These are the content of today's class. So to start with, first uh, the distinct feature of our civilization today, what we have done, what we have know today, makes us different from all other species. Okay, that is, we know how to use the mechanical power. Okay, this is the main important thing that distinguishes a human being from other all other creation. At one time, what we used to do, we used to use our muscle power to do any kind of work. Okay, so that is the only source of power that we have. That is our muscle power. Everything what we are doing, what we have done, what we are doing is used by our muscle power. Later we modify it and we start taking help from the animals or from the wind energy or from the running spring, so that our mechanical power get a little bit reduced, and we start using the power delivered by animals or from natural renewable resources like wind and spring. Okay, the great step has been taken when a human being start in the direction to learn to convert the energy from one form to another. And that is the most important thing that we have done. That is how to convert energy from one form to another. And this is the most important thing that we have done in last so many years. So engine, what is engine? Engine is a device which transforms one form of energy into some other form. That is engine. So how it is different from heat engine? Because heat engine is a device. See, engine is device which transforms one form of energy to another form. But heat engine is a device which transforms the chemical energy of fuel into thermal energy and utilizes that thermal energy to perform some useful work. In heat engine, the which form of energy is converted into which form of energy is fixed. That is, chemical energy of fuel is converted into thermal energy, and with the help of that thermal energy, we use to perform some useful work. So ultimately, what is happening in heat engine? That is, thermal energy is converted into mechanical energy in heat engine. So engine is a device which can convert any form of energy to another form of energy. But heat engine is a device which can transform thermal energy into mechanical energy. Okay, so heat engine are generally classified in two categories, that is external combustion engine and another one is internal combustion engine. The example of external combustion engine are steam engine and steam turbine. What is happening in external combustion engine? When the combustion of fuel takes place outside the engine, we call it as the external combustion engine. Steam engine and steam turbine are the very important example of this category of engine, where the combustion of fuel in steam engine, what we used to do, we used to burn the coal to generate the steam. It is happening outside the engine, and that steam generated with this process will be taken into the engine, and that steam will work. Same is the case with steam turbine, and that this comes under the category of external combustion engine. Other category is internal combustion engine. Again, what will be internal combustion engine? If the combustion of fuel is within the engine, then it is called internal combustion engine. Like in our automobile, what is happening? The combustion of petrol or diesel, which type of automobile we are using, it is happening inside the engine, inside the combustion chamber, and that come under the category of internal combustion engine. So this is the example of external and internal combustion engine, and the basic difference between the two is itself there is itself in the name of that external combustion engine and internal combustion engine. Okay. Now, what are the advantage of internal combustion engine over external combustion engine? It has greater mechanical simplicity, means it is not complicated. Its structure is, its manufacturing is, everything is not so much complicated. Its weight is low, As we have seen that steam power plant is having a very high weight and our automobile as compared to that is very low weight. Next, the initial cost is very low. What what we do? We take 4 to 5 or 10 lakh rupees and we buy a automobile that is internal combustion engine. But for setting up a plant for big power plant, we require a huge initial cost. So it has lower initial cost, and the overall efficiency is very high in case of internal combustion engine because there is no transfer of fluid from where it combustion product from where it is generated. The energy in external combustion engine is transforming from one place to another, and because during this transformation there is a loss of energy. But in internal combustion engine, we utilize that energy where it is getting produced. So there will be no loss in transfer of energy. So overall efficiency of internal combustion engine is high. Now again, external combustion engine also has certain advantage over internal combustion engine that it can use cheaper fuel. It can use coal. In external combustion engine, we can use coal, and coal is much cheaper as compared to the fuel that we have used in internal combustion engine, that is petrol or diesel like that. Again, in external combustion engine, solid fuel can be used, but it is not possible with internal combustion engine. And what is the advantage of solid fuel? It will be easy to transport and it will be easy to store. But the fuel which is in liquid state, like petrol and diesel, it is very difficult to transport. It is very highly inflammable, and it is also very difficult to store it. Okay, so these are the advantage of external combustion engine. Disadvantage of external combustion is a higher initial cost that has been seen already and lower overall efficiency. Okay, so these are the pros and cons of IC engine and external combustion engine. Now the classification of internal combustion engine. In this subject, we will be discussing about internal combustion engine, and external combustion engine is beyond the syllabus of this course. So, internal combustion engine is on the basis of its engine design can be classified into reciprocating engine and rotary engine. Reciprocating engine is in which the component moves translatory motion, and rotary engine means in which the moving component will rotate. So this is the basic difference between rotary engine and reciprocating engine. On the basis of engine design, IC engine is classified in these two categories. Next, on the basis of thermodynamic cycle or method of heat addition. This is very important. We will be discussing it in very much detail. For now being, you just note down the name, that is on the basis of thermodynamic cycle, it is divided into two categories, that is Otto cycle and diesel cycle. Otto cycle is also called constant volume cycle, and diesel cycle is also known constant pressure cycle. The introduction of both these cycles we have seen in our first semester course, that is basic mechanical engineering. Next is on the basis of number of strokes. Again, we will discuss it in very detail. For now being, just note down the name, that is 4-stroke engine and 2-stroke engine. What is the basic difference between the two is one cycle is completed in 4-stroke engine, and one cycle is completed in 2-stroke of piston in 2-stroke engine. We will discuss in detail later. Again, on the basis of ignition method. Ignition method is to start the combustion. Ignition is how we are starting the combustion. So it is spark ignition engine and compression ignition engine. These both are very important. And again, we will discuss it in very much detail in coming classes. Okay. Next is on the basis of fuel used, that is petrol engine, diesel engine, and gas engine. IC engine generally use these three kind of fuels, that is petrol engine, diesel fuel, and gas fuel. And on the basis of this fuel, we called it as a petrol engine, diesel engine, and gas engine. Next is on the basis of method of cooling. Okay, so method of cooling, IC engine generally follow two type of cooling. First one is air cooling method, which is generally used in our two-wheelers, because we have seen in the engine there are fins are projected from the engine where combustion takes place. So it comes under the category of air cooled, and water cooled engine, which we are used in our four-wheeler, that is car, bus, truck. In that, what we used to do, we used to put water, okay, and that perform the action of cooling the engine, so that there will be no loss of efficiency. So on the basis of method of cooling, it can be air cooled engine or water cooled engine. On the basis of speed of engine, we have seen that various automobile travel with different speed, different engine has different speed. So on the basis of that, it can be three categories. It can be divided into three categories. First one is high speed engine. If the RPM, revolution per minute of crankshaft, is more than 250, it is come under the category of high speed engine. If it is in between 250 to 100, it comes under the category of medium speed engine. And if it is low than 100, it is under the category of low speed engine. Again, on the basis of number of cylinder, we categorize in two different types, that is single cylinder engine, in which only single cylinder is used, which is generally seen in our two-wheeler, and another one is multi-cylinder engine, which is mandatory in our four-wheeler, generally in big vehicle, because single-cylinder engine will not be able to produce the power required to drive the heavy vehicle. So in generally heavy vehicle we use multi-cylinder engine, and in small vehicle like two-wheeler we use single-cylinder engine. Multi-cylinder engine is again classified further on the basis of how much cylinder it has been used, like 4-cylinder engine, 3-cylinder engine, 6-cylinder engine, 12-cylinder engine, depending upon the power output required from the engine. Next is on the basis of position of cylinder. That is very important. On the basis of position of cylinder, it can be inline engine. I will show the figure of all those things in next slide. V engine, radial engine, and opposed piston engine. Okay, so before explaining it, I would like to show you the figure. It is self-explanatory. Here, this inline engine means all the cylinder are in one line. This is cylinder, this is cylinder, this is cylinder. It all are in one line, and this is six-cylinder engine. This is V engine. When the cylinder position make an alphabet V, we called it as a V engine. Okay. This is radial engine means in a radial direction. All the piston moves in a radial direction. Cylinders are in radial direction. This is called radial engine. And this is opposed piston engine, where the piston moves in opposite direction. Where here is one cylinder, here is one cylinder, and piston is moving in opposite direction. It is called opposed piston engine. So these are the various classification of engine on the basis of position of cylinder. Okay. So this is all for today's class. In next class, we will go further with the other topics of this unit. Thank you very much.